If you're exploring e-learning for the first time, learning all the tech tools that go with it can be daunting. I know I felt that way because looking at job postings, looking on social media, there were so many tools being mentioned: Articulate Storyline, Articulate Rise, Adobe Captivate, Camtasia, Beyond. The list just goes on, and it can be really overwhelming, but there's no need to stress. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through what I would do if I was learning Articulate Storyline 360, the industry standard tool, all over again. I'm even going to share some tips on the things that you do not need to focus on when just starting out. Hey there, it's Sabrina. I've used Articulate Storyline to build some super fun and effective learning experiences for client projects, and my confidence and abilities in the tool have greatly increased since I first started out. Just over a year ago, I started my transition from education to instructional design, and I was so excited to learn Articulate Storyline because it's such a powerful tool. But I was also kind of intimidated because there's so much to learn, and I felt like I needed to learn everything. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you what you should focus on and what you should avoid so that you don't make the same mistakes I did when I started out. You may have heard people mention XAPI or have seen JavaScript listed in job postings, and you may be thinking, what is that? Is that something new that I need to learn? And I know I felt that way. Like, I need to learn all of those because I'll be the first to admit I'm an overachiever and I did want to learn everything. But when I was learning Storyline, I didn't just want to learn Storyline. I wanted to excel at the programming. I wanted to use advanced variables, use some tricky conditional logic with triggers, and I did want to implement XAPI in JavaScript. Trying to jump into those advanced features too soon only slowed down my progress. There was an early project that I was working on that I wanted to learn and implement XAPI with that project, and I had such a hard time because when I tried to troubleshoot when something went wrong, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know if it was the JavaScript code that I wrote was wrong because I was still learning that. I didn't know if it was the logic of my XAPI statements because I was still learning that. I was also still learning Storyline, so I didn't know if the problem was more basic and it was just something wrong that I programmed in Storyline. And trying to, again, get into those advanced tools too soon just slowed me down. Had I focused on the essentials, I would have made progress a lot quicker. And just like anything, when you're learning something new, you want to focus on the essentials, build a really strong foundation before you add the complexity with whatever you're doing. Make sure to gain some confidence and some experience first before you dive into anything too deep. If I was learning Articulate Storyline 360 all over again, there's just a few things that I would focus on that I'm calling the Storyline Essentials. So what I would focus on is exploring the user interface first, starting with simple tasks, exploring the triggers, and then creating simple projects. Let's get into exploring the user interface. With anything new that you're learning, it's important to just know where things are. And you may be thinking, wait, I don't want to download my free trial yet because I want to make sure I know what I'm doing first. And I totally get that. If you haven't downloaded your free trial of Articulate Storyline 360, what I recommend is watching tutorials like Devlin's Getting Started with Articulate Storyline 360 video. And that will help you get familiar with the user interface because you can see someone using it and kind of see where things are. If you've already downloaded your free trial, you just want to make sure to get familiar with the ribbon at the top and the panels on the side. Let's actually go ahead and switch over to Storyline. Okay, in Storyline, we have the ribbon at the top where all of our tools are. You don't need to know what every tool does, but just kind of knowing where the basics are is what's important. We have a panel over here on the left for our slides and some different tasks that we can do. Again, you don't need to know everything, just knowing where they are is a good place to start. On the right over here, we have our trigger panel and our variable spot to manage variables. Again, don't need to know what they do just yet, just want to know where they are. Once you've got familiar with some of those more basic features where things are, you want to start doing some simple tasks. So one thing you can do is start by creating something simple in PowerPoint. And if you're familiar with PowerPoint, you may already know that it's set up very similar to Storyline. We have this ribbon up at the top where we have all of our tools. We have a panel here on the left with our slides with some things that we can do. This is, again, very similar to Storyline. Ribbon at the top, panel on the side that tells us about our slides. So I recommend diving into PowerPoint and creating something simple. So recreate a slide in PowerPoint and then try to make it again in Storyline. One thing that could be helpful, depending on the size of the screen you're using, is to have them up side by side. Make something in PowerPoint, solely focus there because it's probably a tool you're familiar with already, and then bring up Storyline and try to recreate that slide in Storyline, figuring out where these basic features are. The things that you want to focus on really are very simple things like inserting text, inserting images, inserting buttons, adding some simple interactivity. As you're learning these basic features, it's always nice to have a guide, so check out Devlin's video on the first 5 things to know in Articulate Storyline 360. Once you know where the basic features are, like inserting text and images, you want to start to experiment with the triggers to add some simple interactivity. You don't need to know what all of the triggers do, you can just learn the basics. So things like jump to slide, show a layer, hide a layer. Actually, if we take a look at Storyline really quick, you're going to see over here in the trigger panel, there are a lot of different things that you can do, but again, you don't need to know how to do all of them, you just want to focus on the basics. If you're just starting out with triggers, then you'll want to check out Devlin's tutorial on how to use triggers in Storyline. Once you understand the user interface, you're more familiar with it, you know how to insert text and images, you've experimented with triggers to add a little bit of interactivity, it's time to get into those simple projects. And I mean it, keep it simple. Avoid trying to get too complex too fast. Trying to add in anything too advanced can just be really frustrating and slow your progress. But you can start with the basics, again, building that really strong foundation and making sure that you really understand what is happening and how you're building things. Then you can add some complexity. And have fun. You're in this really powerful tool to create these wonderful, effective learning experiences. It's really important to have fun while you're doing it too. I want to share one of my early projects that I did where I did go back and kept things really simple. So here you can see the layout is very simple, not even a hover state on the button, but very, very simple, just being able to click and go back and forth. There isn't really anything fancy going on here, just kept it very simple. And when I say have fun, go out and look for inspiration. Find a project that you really like and think is great and try to recreate it in Storyline. See what you can do with those basic features and then try to get more advanced with it. But find inspiration, make it your own, and really have fun. It is a very fun tool. Remember, hands-on practice is key. Don't hesitate to experiment and make mistakes and learn from those mistakes, slowly adding complexity once you've mastered the basics. So that simple project that I showed you earlier, this one here, where we can click next and previous, actually turned into something more complex. It turned into this. So this last one was alignment. Here we have alignment, where we have some GIFs. It gets a little bit more complex. This project actually has XAPI implemented into it. And I was able to do this because I went through and learned the basics first, was able to revamp it, and then create some more features where I implemented XAPI where I can track to see what links people are clicking on, and I can even get feedback from the people who use this straight into the LRS that I set up. So I'll learn from my mistakes. Focus on the essentials. Explore the user interface, start with simple tasks, experiment with triggers, and create simple projects. Learning Storyline doesn't have to be confusing and intimidating. You can follow along with all the free tutorials on this channel. But if you've already watched all those videos and you're still wanting a more structured learning approach, then come join us in the Storyline Project Lab, where you'll learn to develop like a pro and create some standout projects for your portfolio along the way. You'll learn the basics and build a foundation, all while getting help from our dedicated Storyline Pro. I hope to see you there. Bye.